Producers, if the president plans to move
Alert 6 weather day with the potential for a widespread frost and first freeze for many tomorrow morning. We'll take a closer look coming up. Down parts of the metro, it's going to be another frost tonight, but there's going to be a few patchy spots in the metro that see the potential for a freeze. Likely, we have a low of about 35 out at Epley. We're going to see some of our low-lying areas dropping into the low 30s and even a drop for some into the upper 20s, with many seeing a frost overnight, others seeing that potential for a freeze. Everything below the ground should be fine, but I would go ahead and drain anything above ground, unhook your hoses tonight. It is going to be a cold one. We have alerts out across the entire viewing area because of it. Freeze warnings are in place 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Thursday for all areas in that light blue shade. That does include the metro. That's where we have freeze potential. Frost advisories down to the south. We're taking a closer look at how far we're expecting temperatures to fall across the viewing area. That's coming up. Jacqueline.
All right, chilly one out there. Emily, thank you.
First Alert 6 weather day ahead of the potential for our first freeze across parts of the area. And it's going to be a chilly night tonight. Right now, we are still holding on to the 60s, but it's going to be a quick cool down, 56 by about 7 p.m. and by 10 o'clock, a dip into the mid 40s. Now, out the door tomorrow morning, it's going to be a mix of upper 20s to mid 30s. Now, out at Epley, we're expecting a low of 35. So a chilly start that puts us in that frost threshold. But check out our forecast lows across the region. A lot of low 30s and upper 20s just north of the metro, and we'll have the potential for some spots of a patchy freeze across portions of the metro. Take a closer look at temperatures tomorrow morning, where they're going to vary across the metro. That's coming up. Jacqueline.
Yeah, good call for commuters tomorrow morning, Emily. Thank you.
6 weather day. You're tracking the risk for our first freeze across portions of the metro. Some of us are in for another frost as we get into the overnight hours. We're going to have a mix of the low to mid 30s across the metro. So with that potential for a freeze, I would go ahead and protect or drain any above ground water lines. We're going to have a pretty good mix of temperatures right around that freezing mark. 32 expected around Boys Town and Waterloo. We're expecting 35 out at Epley. So it is going to be a little bit hit or miss on who sees that freeze and who sees another frost. But for everyone, it is a nice rebound as we get into the afternoon. A lot of sunshine for our Thursday as we reach for a high of 64. That sun does not last. I'll get you a first alert to some drizzle potential as we head into the weekend. That's coming up. Jacqueline.
All right, at least not snow. We'll take drizzle. Thanks, Emily.
It's weather day tomorrow with the potential for some patchy freezes across the area. For some of us in the metro, this could be our first freeze of the season. In addition to that, we're going to keep things gloomy and cool as we head into the weekend. So tomorrow, once we get past that sunshine, should be one of our nicer days to get outside. By Friday, we're bringing back some cloud cover and the potential for some drizzle, and that'll linger on into the weekend. So let's pick up our hour-by-hour forecast and look ahead to what's in store for the weekend. Friday, a high of 59. A lot of cloud cover through the day. The clouds build in the afternoon. And while we have some moisture around, it's not going to be very heavy. We're talking about drizzle off and on through the afternoon. That'll continue into Saturday. We'll keep a good amount of cloud cover around as we get into the start of the weekend, especially with that chance for some more light moisture. By Sunday, I think we have the potential to see a few breaks of sunshine by the afternoon. Most of us do stay gloomy, and we can't rule out a little bit of persistent drizzle, especially as we head into the morning. This is going to keep us on the cooler side. High temperatures in the upper 50s, both Friday with the Husker game, so keep that in mind. We are back to the mid 60s on Sunday, a little bit breezy, with chances for showers increasing on Monday, a high of 61. We'll cool back down from there with a few more days in the 50s. Overnight lows for the rest of the 10-day forecast once we get past tomorrow will be more on the mild side, so we are out of that concern for another freeze moving forward, but we do maybe have some more frost potential as we get into the middle of next week. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. You can stay on top of the forecast. We have alerts across the entire viewing area. Let's take a closer look at what's in place. For everything in this light blue shade, that's our freeze warning. That does include the metro. Kicks in at 3 a.m., runs until 9 a.m. on Thursday, and this is where we have the potential, especially especially to the north for widespread drop into the upper 20s and low 30s. The metro is just right on the edge of that frost freeze line, and to the south, a frost advisory, and that's going to also run through Thursday morning. This is where you can get away with just covering up those plants. If you are in the freeze warning, make sure you protect or drain those above ground water lines. So for the rest of today, enjoy the sunshine. It is going to be a quick drop in temperatures overnight tonight. That frost and freeze is likely as we head into our Thursday morning. We're going to be taking a closer look at a nice first alert for a cold start to tomorrow morning. For some of us, it'll be our first freeze of the season. So enjoy what's left of the sunshine and the 60s out there this evening. If you're taking your dog out for a walk, it's a nice night for it. We're at 64 right now, 63 by 5. Pretty quick cool down though. We're into the mid 50s by 7 p.m. And by the time you're heading out the door Thursday morning, this is where we bring in that concern for a mix of a frost and for some our first freeze. Now the metro is right on the edge of that frost freeze line and included in the freeze warning for tomorrow morning. We'll see spots in the metro that do make it down to the low 30s. So prepare for a freeze. You want to make sure you protect or drain any above ground water lines, and that freeze is even more likely off to the north. We'll be taking a closer look at an overall cool 10-day forecast that's coming up in just a little bit. Jacqueline.
All right, chilly. Thanks, Emily.
For our potential for a first freeze in the metro tomorrow morning, but the afternoon tomorrow looking fantastic. Sunshine, we're back into the 60s. Moving forward, though, we're keeping things on the cooler side and a little bit gloomy as we head into the weekend. Want to get you a first alert to that. Enjoy that night by our Friday evening. Heading into Saturday, the cloud cover sticks around. We'll have more drizzle off and on through the day. If you're hoping for some weekend sunshine, Sunday will be your best bet. We likely see a bit of sun for the metro and western Iowa as we get into our early afternoon hours on Sunday before the clouds move back in and another round of showers pushes in for Monday. We're taking a closer look at an overall cool extended forecast coming up with your 10-day power planner. Brian.
All right, we'll see you in a bit, Emily.
Alert 6 weather day for our first potential for a freeze in the metro. We're down to the mid 30s by Thursday morning. A few spots dipping as low as the upper 20s. That's especially going to be off to the north of the metro, but it's going to be a nice rebound by the afternoon. 64 degrees and sunshine. From there, bringing back some cloud cover with a gloomy forecast as we head into the weekend. On top of that, we're also going to be tracking some drizzle potential. So for Friday night football, we have a warm up to the upper 50s by the afternoon. 7 p.m. as a lot of those games are getting going. We'll already be down to about 57, and we'll have that chance for a little bit of drizzle off and on through the game with occasional breezes. It's going to be cool. Make sure you have a jacket on hand for those evening plans, and you'll want to bring some warmer clothes to the Husker game as well if you're checking that out on Saturday. Very similar forecast. 59 here in the metro. Your forecast for Lincoln. Kickoff 57 degrees. We'll be warming up steadily through the game, but a lot of thick cloud cover around. Again, we have that chance for some very patchy light drizzle, and by the end of the game, feeling like fall, sitting at around 60 degrees out at the stadium. You can plan on a warm up back to the mid 60s on Sunday. This will be our warmer day of the weekend, perhaps a little bit more sunshine right around midday as well for the metro. We do bring back that chance for maybe a little bit of drizzle by the evening. By Monday, we'll be tracking a better chance for showers and starting to cool back down with windy conditions and a high of 61. We'll sit in the 50s from there with another couple of days where we're tracking that chance for a few showers. We start to warm up as we head into Halloween Friday, a high of 60, and we'll start off next weekend with a high of 61. So looking at for our first freeze for portions of the metro, we'll take a closer look at how far temperatures fall coming up.